Alright everybody, Moolah News. Back here for an update. Time to take a look at the market, take a look at some of the cryptos. Again, this is grassroots, man. This is straight up just, trying to make it. No funding, no fancy production. This just is what it is. So this is the raw truth. Now, crypto investing, number one, this is just educational and informational, just a little bit about some of the cryptos. Seek professional advice before making any investment decisions, and don't put any money in crypto that you don't care if you lose it all, because you could lose everything in crypto. So you got to be really careful. All right, so now let's get into it. Last time we were talking, and it was maybe right around in here. Bitcoin was in its bear market, just kind of slipping down into the low 30s, and at that point, just looking at where we had come down from 60 down to 30, I said, we're probably going to pop back up into the 40s just to give everybody something to think about, is what I said. And basically, obviously the market has retraced and done that, and what I meant by that was before we would go down any lower, the market was going to test and see, hey, how real is this bull market? Because, a lot of people are talking, Bitcoin's going to go to 1 million, Bitcoin's going to go over 100,000, all this kind of stuff. So now we're in this spot here where it's like, okay, it's time to, for those big bets, to see which direction we're going to go. Are we going up to 100,000 and beyond? Or is this a bear market and this is your chance to get out? Now, the quick read on everything, and when I look at, the market caps, because I really go a lot off of market cap and, how much money is in these cryptos, and where can, is more money going to come in? And right now, I look at all the market caps, and I personally don't see froth, so to speak. I don't think, Bitcoin at just under $1 trillion is overvalued. I definitely don't think ETH at $365 billion is overvalued. And you go down into here, you see Ripple, $37 billion, out of the whole planet, $37 billion are in Ripple. That's really, to me, not very much money. And so I look at these cryptos, and I say, fundamentally, I would say we may be in the beginning of just, a real sustained leg up. It could be a real boring leg up, but crypto might just keep, treading higher. Slowly but surely, fighting maybe a wall of worry. We got this congressional bill that people have been talking about, that people are worried about. But anyway, on the flip side, you do have to keep in mind we have run up on Bitcoin. We have run up from down here in the 4,000 just last year. Just a year ago, Bitcoin was 4,000. Now we're 10 times that at 45,000. So when you're putting money into these cryptos, any of these cryptos, expect it to whip around. Expect, 50% drawbacks, kind of out of nowhere. I mean, you look at Tron, for example, okay? So it's up from 5 cents to, almost 7.5 cents. That's a 50% move higher from the low. Now we're just back to where we were just a little while ago. But, it was down over 66%, then it goes up 50%, And, I see no reason why these things aren't going to keep moving around. So if you're trading crypto, the main thing is to stay alive for another day. You don't need to think everything's going to happen, overnight. Another, tenant that I'm, trying to look at is, spreading out between a few different cryptos. And particularly, I try to look for ones that I think could yield, 10 to 1, 100 to 1 upside. You look at, for example, Ethereum at a $365 billion market cap. I think there's plenty of room to run. It could potentially pass Bitcoin. You look at Binance at 54 billion. And a lot of people think that platform is maybe as good as, if not better than, Ethereum. So you look at, potential 10x on that. That puts the market cap at, 54 billion, but puts it at 540 billion for a 10x. Go down to some of these other ones, Tron with Justin Sun. Tenfold, that would put it at a $50 billion market cap. This one, same thing. Monero, XMR. So you got a lot of upside in these cryptos if you scroll down and really just pay attention to do a little bit of research, look into it. But I look at where we are right now, Neo, Storage, Matic, and the Matic has gone from 2 cents up to over $1. So you're talking about a 50x move just this year. So I like it. I like it to go higher. Moolah News, like I said, this is just bare bones. It's like, this is just bare bones, just giving you the straight up. But so this one's done a 50x. Looks like it's probably going to keep rolling higher. I don't see any reason why it's not going to bust up and get another new high going on here with Polygon. But, will it have at least a 50% correction on the way up to a new high? Easily. This thing could crash down to 24, 75% correction and still bounce back. I mean, the volatility potential and how these things can move is something to really keep in your head, because there are big fish out there, the miners in particular of Bitcoin and stuff, that have, they don't care if they dump this thing at 45, 35, 25. They're going to make a lot of money selling it at whatever price. So you got to be careful about what could happen. Risk is Facebook. When are they going to announce DM coming out? Regulation. What kinds of regulation is Congress or the Fed going to do? So the risk reward seems very big right now from this 45 range, but also from a market maker standpoint, they've got it in kind of a safe zone because you've got some overhead here clearly. If it pops into the 50s, you're really going to need some volume to get this thing breaking above 53 here with the resistance from the old trading range back here in April, May. And same thing here. You now have a lot of support from the 30s here. It's very likely to it's going to need some work to drop back down through there. Same time though, again, see this thing drop down to 15,000 or lower is not really that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things for a cryptocurrency. So you got to be aware of the risks. look at some of these others, Neo. I'm looking at some of these projects. Whether they're going to catch on. Tron, Neo, Cardano, etc. Are those networks, are they going to catch on, so to speak? Are developers going to come in? Are the apps going to start taking off? How much space is there in here for more cryptos, and more platforms? There's going to be completely new, even better platforms that can come out, but at the same time, these platforms are reinventing themselves and improving their systems. So anyway, you just got to be aware of, yeah, these things have complete upside. They have complete downside. They could go, some of these projects could end up, literally worthless. So you got to be careful. Bitcoin right now, I kind of like Bitcoin from a dominance standpoint. It's at 47%. I expect kind of a flight to safety. I expect people, if anything, they're going to hold on to their Bitcoin and they're going to hold on to their Ethereum and they're going to maybe, lighten up other things. So I'm expecting Bitcoin relative to the other cryptos to kind of hold its value. So even if it were to tank down to 15,000, everything else is going to get crushed even worse. But so overall, though, I'm expecting right now, there's been a lot of talk that there's maybe going to be a low in September or a low in early 2022. So, I'm kind of looking for a bias to drift lower, but at the same time, fundamentally, I'm kind of liking these things to kind of just keep slowly grinding higher. I'm not seeing anything from the market cap standpoint that gives me, pause to think, things are too frothy. So there's the risk of the big flush, but you got a lot of projects that I think have some pretty good upside, and I'm expecting, just kind of based on kind of how the market feels right now, expecting things to just keep kind of slowly grinding higher, with the caveat that a lot of big players that I've seen, Elio trades, the Gematria guy, people are expecting, more lows in crypto. So I am keeping my eye out on that. So there you have it, Moolah News, and have a great day.